Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 4824 Oregano Avenue Northeast here in Salem. We're located at the front of the house, just to the left of the doorway. And I describe everything as if you are facing the front of the home from the street. So just to the left here, we've got a 3-inch PVC cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running, we are zeroed out, and off we go. Look at that nice, clean, spiffy sewer line there. And you can keep your line looking basically just like this if you mind, by and large, one major habit, and that is not putting cooking oil and grease down your line. Fats in general. Most of it comes from the cooking process. Just swapped over to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe. After 13 years and almost 25,000 sewer scopes now, I have grown to become more concerned about, it's just more likely to cause problems, is grease buildup versus a lot of these structural issues, many of which get very nitpicked during real estate transactions. Areas of settling where you get standing water, offset joints, and not that those can't cause problems. What I have found, though, after the years of doing this and all the drain cleaning I've done, is that grease buildup is often a major contributing factor to a lot of structural issues actually resulting in a problem. You know, you get a bunch of grease buildup in and around a belly or an offset, and it's a combination of that and usually some improper items thrown in the mix, and boom, you get a blockage. So, anyway, that's my PSA for the day. Keep your line looking just like this. It helps to mitigate a lot of issues, especially when you have kids in the house that are still learning how to fold toilet paper and are balling it up like a softball. Anyway, right here appears to be the main connection. We're going to go do some locating really quick. My camera is upside down right now if you're wondering why that looks funny. And we'll pull back and take a second look, but thus far, good looking line. Alrighty, located the camera head. Line terminates out on Oregano Avenue Northeast, and the line terminates on the far side of the road, not in the middle where you kind of often think the main is. In this case, it's offset to the opposite side of the street. And you can eyeball the trajectory the line takes pretty easily. You've got a secondary cleanout access in the sidewalk just to the left of the driveway. That's directly over top the sewer line. You can kind of see how the line does a little bit of a zig and a zag to get there, and then from that point on, the line still does a little bit of turning in the road, but for the most part runs straight. All these turns you're seeing right here are vertical drops. In case you're curious where the line's at anyway. Nice to see the construction folks here did a good job keeping the line sealed up. That secondary cleanout access I was just referring to, we're going to see that in just a second, is a major location for problems to occur. It's a newer thing they've been doing the last few years on every new construction house. For whatever reason, especially during the pandemic, nobody would put a cap over the top of those things. And they're always in and around either the driveway or the sidewalk. And they'd come pour the concrete, they'd just dump 1,000 pounds of gravel down the sewer line. It's an extremely common issue on new construction. That's it right there. That's the secondary access point. So you'll see it says sewer on the big steel plate, the cover plate. It's right in the sidewalk. Anyway, out of about 500 homes I did over the pandemic, those 2 years, or brand new construction ones anyway, 90% of them required hydrojetting. It was that common. We're certainly doing better these days. All the 3034 PVC pipe there looks great, drains beautifully, superbly clean, no construction debris in the line. That kind of blue squiggly stuff there is just some excess pipe glue. Pretty normal stuff to see. And then here in just a moment, we're going to flip the camera around and run backwards for just a second, just to go through the foundation wall. Oh, my foot counter just reset there for some reason. Anyway, everything from the clean out access to the main lateral connections is in great shape, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time. We're now going backwards, and everything from about this point right here on is all exposed piping in the crawl space you can look at with your eyeballs. The home inspector takes a look at that stuff. We're now way back we're about 15 feet back inside the house right now. Very nice looking sewer line. Good flow end to end. Both the PVC and 3034 PVC portions of the line are all in good shape. Everything's buttoned up tight. Zero standing water. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Anyway, there's your front door. That secondary clean out, you can kind of catch it in this picture here. Right there, right on the seam of that sidewalk is where that steel plate is. That's where that secondary access point is. And from that point on out, the line runs relatively straight off into the road.